What's going on, guys? Sean Croft here with a new show on my channel called Waynesday. Yep, every other week we're going to review the new Batman comic. This week it is Batman DC Universe Rebirth number 5. We're going to recap it. We're going to review it. I really have been enjoying these DC Rebirth comics, and I think everybody else is too. Right now, DC is #1 in sales. They've overtaken Marvel for the first time, I think, in about 3 or 4 years in terms of the sales of the comics. And these have been a lot of fun. If you've been reading the Batman recently, you've seen the introduction of 2 new characters, Gotham and Gotham Girl. I don't love the names of the characters so much, Gotham and Gotham Girl. I feel like they could be a little bit more original, but you get a little bit more of their backstory. A couple of issues ago, they emerged to save Batman, who was carrying, or he was riding a jet plane that he had controlled it, and he had taken control of it, I should say, and had maneuvered it away from some buildings in Gotham and was getting ready to put it down in the water, a la Sully. And Gotham and Gotham Girl flew in and protected him and protected all of the people on board the plane. And so we got a little bit more of their backstory as the issues went on. It's cool, but I mean, at the same time, it's the same thing as the Batman story. They have a child who is above average in terms of the environment that he's raised in. Parents come from a lot of money. Walking down an alley, is held up by a mugger with his parents over a necklace. Batman comes in and saves him, though. So it mirrors the Bruce Wayne backstory. So obviously there's a reason for Batman to be emotionally invested in this child, and the child becomes enamored with Batman. His sister Claire, his name is Hank, his sister Claire, who was not there, as little sisters do, as they allude to in the comics, she kind of tags along with him, and they become, very vigilant in their efforts to do as much as they can for Gotham in terms of their charity work. Because they are wealthier than most of us will ever be, they're able to go overseas to do some charity work. When they come back, it is revealed in this comic that they have traded, rather than money, they have traded part of their life for superpowers. The Psycho Pirate, along with Hugo Strange, have taken over Gotham, the character, not the city. And Gotham, who is now superhuman in a Superman sort of way, has now turned his way towards evil because Psycho Pirate and Hugo Strange have now taken control of him, and it is Batman's responsibility to go and fight Gotham. The comic starts with actually Alfred having to put on the Batman outfit and confronting Gotham face to face. It's funny because seeing Alfred in the Batman costume is not something that you thought you'd ever have to see, but you kind of have to see it. When it happened, I wasn't sure at first how I was going to feel, but after I thought about it, it's like, Alfred has been through so much with Bruce Wayne. Like, yeah, maybe he deserves to put the costume on, and as corny as it is, it kind of works, and it's kind of fun. So he goes and he hits Gotham with the Batmobile at a high rate of speed. I think it was 197 miles an hour was the speed he hit him at when Alfred was driving the Batmobile. And then Bruce Wayne shows up, obviously your traditional Batman, and there is a fist-to-fist combat, and Duke is back at the Batcave with Gotham Girl, Claire, who has now woken up after her sleep. Again, things that were covered in some of the back issues, which you guys can pick up at your local comic book store. And she's very scared. And the one thing that they have touched upon over the last couple of issues is that when Batman said it to Gotham and Gotham Girl is, you know, you take your fear and you harness it into something else, and that's sort of what they've used here. And she's very scared and eventually comes to terms with the fact that she needs to take her fear and do something brave. Bravery, it's actually, it's kind of reflective of Green Lantern in many ways, where you have your fear versus your bravery and whether you can conquer that fear or not, or whether the fear overtakes you. It was very similar to Green Lantern in that sort of way. And Gotham Girl goes ahead and saves Batman and saves the city, and in the process she has to kill her brother. She has to kill her brother, Gotham, and it teases at the end of the comic book that is the origin of Gotham Girl and the death of Batman. So I'm interested to see where that goes. It's so far been a fun story. You know, I didn't know how I was going to feel about Gotham and Gotham Girl. I thought, you know, it's sort of a retread of the Batman Bruce Wayne origin story, and perhaps, you know, Gotham and Gotham Girl. I said it before, not the most creative of names, but you know, it's told in retrospect, and we're led to believe that Duke marries Gotham Girl. And now there's a Gotham Girl origin story coming, and I'm sort of interested to see where that goes, because obviously there's no more Batgirl. She's now Oracle. And Batman, they definitely speak to the fact that Batman is aging in these comics, and he cannot do all of this alone. And the fact that since his age is catching up with him and he has slowed down a bit, they allude to it a lot when he's facing Gotham, that perhaps he needs another form of help. He thought it would be Gotham and Gotham Girl. Obviously, Gotham is not going to be the help that he needs. Perhaps it's there in Gotham Girl. The other thing that I love in this particular issue is that we get the Justice League. The Justice League is here, and Gotham is able to defeat them. It's really complex, and it's a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, up until this issue, I wasn't really digging the story with Gotham and Gotham Girl. But as it picks up, it gets more and more interesting. So we have 2 weeks until number 6 comes out. I'm really interested to see where it goes from there. So far, I've loved these DC Universe Rebirth issues. I'm reading this, and I'm reading Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. And so far, really impressed. What I like about it is, you know, comic books for a long time, because of the Dark Knight film, had gone very dark. And it was sort of expected that these things and these backstories should be very dark. But I like the fact that they're, I mean, yeah, this is dark for certain, but it's a little bit brighter, and it's a little bit more, for a lack of a better word, comic booky, in terms of it's far-fetched yet believable. It's goofy yet fun. And I'm really enjoying these rebirths, and that's, I think, the point of it is, with these rebirths, is that they're kind of getting back to their comic book essence, and it's okay to be bright, and it's okay to be silly and be goofy and kind of be tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time be somewhat serious. So I've really enjoyed these Batman comics. And I'm going to do this every other week when the new Batman comic gets released. Thank you guys for joining me. That's my quick review. That's my quick recap. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about Batman number 5. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for another Waynesday. Thanks a lot.